Hi, today I'm going to talk about the Banana Bus e-bike. I got this e-bike in 2019, in summer 2019, and I've used it for like a year. So I'm going to tell you everything I experienced so far. First thing I've noted, the first thing you need to know is the handlebars are straight. So this kind of is very like it's not that comfortable. You may want to change that if you can. I think I will change it, and it hurts your wrist if you because you have to keep your like your hand straight, and you kind of press downward with it, so it hurts your wrist after a couple of hours. So I don't really like these. This is a throttle, so the throttle is okay. The throttle is good, so you use your thumb. Basically, you just use your thumb to push it downward, and the bike goes. And it can go up to 32 kilometers an hour, which is pretty fast. Let's talk about the tires. The tires, well, these are not the regular tires. I just upgraded them to these one. These one are $85. These are like winter tires, but not really winter tires. They're like, like the tires with these things here that allow to absorb impact from bumps and everything. So yeah, these are $85. But I don't really like them. What happened is that in less than 5 months, I think I have like 4 or 5 flats. I don't know why, but the any kind of glass, even if it's a tiny little tiny teeny bitey glass, will go through this tire. I even got a flat from a wood, like a branch wood, like it was not even sharp. It was like just a regular wood on the floor. I went on it and it went through the entire tire. So I don't know what this tire is made of, the material, but it's really bad. So I made a bad purchase. I shouldn't have purchased that. But the other tires that comes with it are like flat, like a flat tire, and they're not anti-puncture. So technically, the flat tires are even worse. But it goes faster. With this guy, if you put these tires, your e-bike will go to around 31 kilometers an hour. The other tires, which are flat, you can go up to 34 kilometer an hour at full peak. All right. So yeah, the tires right now I have a flat. See, I have a flat right now, so I have to fix that. And what else? Shifter is Shimano's is good. This works well, but it's a little bit clunky. Like when you press, you kind of. What is it? Oh no. Yeah, well, yeah. See, so it's kind of clunky. You got to push like this, and well, it works well, but it's not like very specific. It's not like it's hard. Like when you if you don't do it the right way, your chain your chain will jump. It won't switch. So that's what I've noticed. So I always leave it at 7. I never touch it, and I just use the throttle and the pedal assist on level, like on the highest level, to go faster. Well, on the third level, not the highest one. Because if you go on the highest level, you're gonna waste more energy, more power. All right, this is the power. Actually, the power button. You just press that, and boom, you go. This is the light. Sorry, this is the light. The light, I never use them because they're too powerful, and you can actually really hurt somebody's eyes with that. So I don't recommend you to use them. If you do want to use them, you got to push these downward, like you see now it's downward. Like you just push it downward like that, so that you don't blind anybody in front of you. Like trust me, you don't want to use the lights because it's almost like highlights for cars. All right. So it's very dangerous, and people, it's very aggressive for it's very hurtful for the eye. So what I do is I use like regular bike lights, and I put them here, so you can put I can put my lights here in my iPhone, whatever. But just put your lights over here like regular bike lights, the one that blinks, and that's easier than to use this. But this will use energy from your battery, so I never use them. This is a cup holder I purchased on Amazon. I think it was 20 or $30. Yeah, I don't use it a lot because I don't have any suspension. Because I don't have any suspension. When I had a bump, when I put this is for coffee, by the way, like coffee cup and stuff like that. So if you put a coffee on that and you hit a bump, the coffee will splash all over. So it's kind of useless. I think I'm going to remove, but I leave it there just because it's cool. Yeah, I might use it like if say I buy a coffee and I just sit there and I don't move, then it's okay. I can have my coffee cup holder here, so it's all right. So yeah, it's okay. I'll leave it there. I got the mirror over there, which cost me like I think it was $20, $25. Now let's talk about the LCD. The LCD is okay. It's like a black and white display LCD system, and you have 5 bars basically. But now I can't because I didn't put any battery, so you can't see. But technically, you have 5 bars, and it tells you how much battery power you have. It's very easy to use. I mean, you just power it on, and you see the battery, and then you get to see like which mode you are, like economic, like city, urban, fast, whatever. You get to choose which speed you want to go to. Always use and the thing I hate about this is what it was in winter. Yeah, in winter something happened. There was a system failure. What happened is that the battery, the display was showing me that the battery was discharging way too fast. It was like 50% discharged, when in fact the battery was already, I just recharged the battery. So in less than like what, 40 minutes, the battery was already 50% down. So I was like, what the hell is going on, right? So I thought the problem was the battery. I thought the battery was defect, and the battery was somewhat defect in a sense. But then I tried other battery, another one of my battery, and it did the same issue, right? So that's when I realized that maybe there's a problem with the system. Okay, so I brought it back to the mechanic. The mechanic did some sort of reset, and it kind of worked, but it still does it sometimes. So basically, sometimes you're gonna get the wrong power usage display on the system, the LCD thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's not very good, because if you want to go somewhere and you think that, oh, you're out of batteries, then you'll be like, oh my god, I'm out of battery. I have to get there faster. You know what I mean? That kind of situation, it kind of sucks, right? So for that, I don't really, I'm not really impressed with this LCD screen system, whatever. So yeah, and I'm not the only one, by the way, because I know another guy who has a fat bike, and he has the same system, the same display, and he told me he had the same issue. Oh, so that's when I figured out that the problem is not just me, but it's the system itself, the component. Like there's a problem with the component, and it's not just me, right? So yeah, I that's really bad, by the way. That's, you lose a lot of points from me with this. The frame itself is sturdy. It's very sturdy, but the problem with the frame and the entire bike, it's because it's very heavy. Now, it's heavier than than my, because I have another e-bike. It's a Norco, by the way. The Norco I have right here. And the Norco is super light, but this guy here, this e-bike, for some reason is super heavy. Plus my weight on it, so like the entire bike thingy is so heavy that when you brake, what happens is that when you brake, the brake pads get used faster. And I'm not even lying to you. I think in less than 5 months, I had to change my brakes pad like 3 times, which is way too much. With my Norco, I change my brakes once a year. In 12 months, I changed my brake pads only one time. Why? Because the frame itself is too heavy. And yeah, so that's one thing that's not good. Another thing that's not good. The motor is at the back. It's a Bafang motor. I had an issue with that guy too. For some reason, back in December 2019, something was like making weird noise inside of the motor. So I went to see the mechanic. When the mechanic opened the motor, the teeth, I don't know if you call it the teeth, whatever you call it, the thing that that spins. Well, all the, like, I think 50% of the teeth were all broken. And I mean, I never went inside the motor. Like, how can it break unless it was already broken? You know what I'm saying? So the mechanic said it was a manufacturer's issue, because it was already broken from the start. Which leads me to say that that's another bad thing. You see, the bad things are still accumulating here. The battery, you actually put it here. No, I didn't put it there because I don't need to put it there. This is a rack that I purchased. Like, I think it's $40. You can put pannier if you want. Pannier on both sides. It's heavy, it's sturdy. You can put heavy, well, I don't suggest to go too heavy, but you can put, like I'd say 10 pound maybe of stuff, 10 pound on each side. The seat is not comfortable. If you sit over here, well, you have no choice to sit here. Your butt's gonna hurt in less than 1 hour. Trust me, guarantee. This is super hard, like it's hard, like seriously. You sit on this and your butt hurts. So what I did is, like, I bought some gel, like like those seat gels, You buy on Amazon for $15. The one that you buy for regular bikes, that you put like here and then you strap under. So when you sit on it, your butt is like comfortable and everything. Like I have one right here. See this guy here, bike seat gels as you call it. Yeah. So I just bought it and I usually put it here. And so when I sit on it, well, I feel better, like way better, and it doesn't hurt my butt. But the thing is, like, it's not usual. So people was like, "What are you doing?" Like, well, my butt hurts, so I got to put something on it, like. So it's not conventional, but I mean, it works, right? These are straps that I purchased, $75 plus tax. Now, as you can see, it's all torn apart because it's been a year I've been using it. But I mean, it's barely hanging on. With this, you can put like food, you can put a secondary battery, you can put two extra battery actually. But I don't recommend to put two extra battery. I just recommend to put like light stuff, like clothes, food, bags, food, whatever, but nothing too heavy because I think that's what happened. The strap just lost it because maybe I put something too heavy inside. But those are optional. You don't have to put that, by the way. You got pedal assist. So the pedal assist is good, but the problem with the pedal assist is that when you pedal, you're like pedaling in thin air. So technically, there's no. You don't feel like you're pedaling. Technically, I mean, unless you don't mind. But usually, when I pedal with my Norco, I feel like I'm pedaling something. Like you feel like some sort of pressure. But in this guy, you don't feel any pressure when you pedal it. And that's kind of weird, but that's how it works. Usually I use my throttle when I start the bike, so I don't have to pedal, and when I really need to use it. But I never almost use it because I don't know. I usually use pedal assist to save energy because if you use a throttle too much, you're gonna use more power. So it's better to use the pedal assist. What else can I say? The chain is okay. But now it's like I have to fix it because, like I said, I haven't used for a while. The rim is okay, but the tires, like I said, the tires are bad. Unless you have anti-puncture tires, I'm not gonna use this e-bike again because you just step on small tiny little glass and you're gonna get a flat. And I just don't have, because every time I get a flat, I have to call my father to come help me pick me up. Put it in the car and then bring it back to my home or bring it back to the mechanic. And you know what I mean? I don't want to bother my parents too much, my father. And because the bike is very heavy, otherwise I have to push it forward all the way back home, or I need to fix the flat on spot. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I don't have my gear, so I cannot fix the flat right away, right? So, and flats you will have, trust me, you will have a lot of flats with these tires. It depends which city you live. Like, if your city is doing a good job cleaning the street from glass and everything, then I guess you should be okay. But my city, there's glass, there's peanuts, there's freaking food on the there's everything on the ground. So I have more chances to get a flat from whatever. One time I had a flat from like from a branch of wood that was this big, and it was wood. It was not even glass. It was only wood, like a branch of wood. How can you get a flat from a branch of wood? Seriously. So I was like very disappointed. Yeah, so that's my review about oh, sorry about that. I forgot the battery. So this is the battery. You got 4 bars and you got the power button here, but there's no power in it because I didn't recharge it. This is a what is it? 48 volt, 14 amp. So this guy, for one charge in summertime, you can get up to 70, roughly 70 kilometer an hour. Roughly 70 kilometers per charge, full charge. Now in the winter time, you get 30%, around 30 to 40% of that of the charge, because in the winter time, this battery for some reason it drains super fast. So and just to say, you don't want to. I think this battery, not the e-bike, but the battery is not good for winter. You know what I'm saying? Unless you don't go too far. But me, I'm the kind of guy who likes to use the bike a lot. So yeah, this battery, I don't know, man. If I have to compare it to my Norco, because I have a Norco battery, which is from not the Norco is like Bosch, I think. Is it Bosch? Yeah, I think it's over here. See this is it no, it's Norco. So it's a Norco battery. These battery, as you can see, I can go up to 100 kilometer 100 kilometer per charges. Like, I'm not even lying to you, because I calculate every single day how many kilometers I do, you know. And this guy, up to 70 kilometers. So yeah, and also it's very bulky, very heavy, you know what I'm saying. And one of the batteries also, because I had two batteries. I got one that came with the bike, and another one that I purchased additionally. And I don't know which one broke, but one of them actually broke. Like, for some reason, it has the torque. Yeah, that's what I want to say. The torque depends on the power on your battery. Let me say that again. The torque. You know the torque when you, let's say, when you start the throttle here. You know, when you start a throttle, when you start like when you start a motorcycle, when you start it, it's gonna go fast, or it's gonna go slow depending on the quality of the battery. And one of the battery, although there were both new batteries that I purchased at the same time, one of the battery had a lower torque, in a sense that it would take forever to actually go forward, like to actually start the bike. You know what I'm saying? So that other battery, this is the exchange battery, by the way. That's a battery that the store, the shop gave me in exchange of the other defects. So they're supposed to give you a brand new battery, which they didn't give me yet since 2019 December. I'm still waiting for it. But anyway, yeah, the batteries are not. I'm not very impressed about the battery. So that's another another bad thing to say about this bike. So conclusion. There's another thing I want to mention here. Here you got the I don't know how you call it, but the thing for the pedal assist. You know, like the sensor. Yeah, you have a sensor over there, and for some reason the sensor at some point it moved, by like it moved away from where it's supposed to be, and because of that the pedal assist stopped working. And I had a hard time to figure that out, because I'm not like I said, I'm not a mechanic. And my friend who's a mechanic, he told me to do, like, to push it forward, which I did, and nothing happened. So I went to see him, and he fixed it in less than a second. But it was a pain, because the pedal assist, like, it's important for me. That's what I use most of the time. If your pedal assist is dead, then all you have is a throttle. But the thing is, if you use your throttle too much, you're gonna lose more batteries. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the LCD here is not good, not good at all. Like I said, because at some point, I don't know if it's in winter or if it's randomly, but it's starting in winter. The system started to fail, in a sense that it gives you the wrong power usage on the battery. So if your battery is 100%, here it's gonna say it's 50%. And like I said, I'm not the only one who has this issue, because I know another guy who has the same e-bike. Well, not the same e-bike, but like a fat bike with the same component here, the same LCD, and he told me he had the same issue. So like I said, there's something with the manufacturer. I don't know, man. But like I said, like I don't have any issue with my Norco, but with this guy, the Banana Bus, I give it a 6 on 10. To be honest with you, it's good if you just use it for fun, like if you don't use it a lot and you just want to, I don't know, go to the park and then come back, okay. But if you intend to use it a lot, like I do, because me, I'm a kind of guy who just go everywhere in the city, then it's not good. It's not good for a penny, and I'm not gonna use. I don't know if I'm gonna use it again, because there's no suspension, and the bumps is a pain in the ass, and also the tires is a pain in the ass. The motor is okay for now, but it was a pain in the ass before. The LCD display is a pain in the ass. The handles is a pain in the ass, and the light is I don't get to use it because it's too bright. Uh, yeah, so I give it a, you know what? I give it a 5 on 10, to be honest with you. Not even a 4, maybe a 4 on 10. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll give it a 6. Maybe 5.5 on 10. Yeah, 5.5. I mean, yeah. It used hydraulic brake. It's okay, but the thing about the pads, like I said, because the bike is so heavy, is heavier than other e-bikes, regular e-bikes, you're gonna use the pads faster. So your pads gonna tear. You're gonna have to change your pads often, and that's gonna cost you extra money. So yeah, so that's my review for the Banana Bus, and not very happy about this e-bike, and I don't think I'll ever buy any e-bikes made from these manufacturer again. Nope, it's finito. Yeah. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, let me know. Cheers.